fellow hunters. So you know, in the recent Somnicanth hunt that we got, well, at certain points, at certain times, the eye icon, which is the monster watching you, yellow for peaceful, red for angry, but it went purple. Purple! And you might be like, so? The last time it went purple, in fact the only time it has ever been purple in all of Monster Hunter history, is when it involved Gore Magala. So am I about to say, well, there you go, Gore Magala confirmed, jobs are good and let's all go home. No, of course not. Nothing on screen is happening that has any kind of semblance of Gore Magala. There's no debuff on the hunter. There's nothing fishy going on outside of the Leviathan. And generally it seems all is normal, yet purple eye. So what does it mean? Well, as I said, the purple eye hails from the frenzy virus, which hails from Gore Magala. It affects you when you get hit by an attack from a monster with the virus. In this case, to Apex level 140 Rashang, which, to this day, years later, are still responsible for my night terrors. But in any case, that is very weird then to see it back, and seemingly having nothing to do with frenzy anymore. So what does it have to do with? Well, after watching and watching and watching and watching and watching over and over and over again, trying to spot anything that changes to cause this, well, I think I have the answer. But before we get to that answer, well, we need to look at something much more recent. We got a little tidbit sneaky preview of how you get other hunters to randomly join your hunts, or join other people's random hunts. We don't send up a flare, we send up the new little owl buddy, the Kahoot, and it just makes me happy. I love owls. I love owls so much. That's why Malfestio is one of my favourite monsters, easily top 5, and something I hope dearly is in Rise. The owl is right there. Just make it bigger and make it blue, please.
Owls, everyone is fond of owls.
In any case, it's very similar to the World Iceborne system. Someone on a hunt has sent up their Kahoot. You can then go to the quest board, look at your usual list of hub quests, select the hub quest that you're hoping somebody needs help with, and then it will search if anybody currently doing that quest has sent up their Kahoot. And if they have, you can join on them. And honestly, it seems quite robust and a lovely way to implement it. Now, if we rewind just a little bit to the actual quest list, then, well, this is lovely. First of all, look at what the quest notices are like. They're so gorgeous. The beautiful new hand-painted icon from Mr. Baby Tetsukabra riding man.
Hello!
And then we have the paper. I'm saying, like, we have their own paper! How amazing is that? But you know what I'm saying. They are incredibly charming, thematic, and honestly, just plain gorgeous. As to what the monsters behind each one are, well, we can only really tell for sure Lagombi, Baggy, and Roggy. Now, they are level 1-star quests, so they're not going to be anything too ferocious. I think the main one that stands out for me is Tired and Feathered, because we don't really have a low-tier feathered monster, unless that is Bishatan, but that's kind of sad to know he's supposedly weak. Is Shady Monster Kezu, but is Kezu going to be 1-star? And another one of interest is Off the Beaten Path, which isn't a hunt quest, it's a slay quest, which means the only way to complete it is to kill, not capture. Now, normally this would mean Elder Dragon, but as it's 1-star, it could also mean a small monster, like the basic Kill Jagras quest from Base World. So I'm not gonna get too excited yet. We still have no hard confirmation of Elder Dragons even being in Rise, though of course they will be. It would be absolutely insane to have a Monster Hunter game without them. We also then have Expedition Tour, which means that we can just choose to go any of the maps and gather. This is nice that it's a separate section. It's kind of like just going on the map in World and Iceborne, selecting where you want to go and having a little adventure. In the old games, it used to be you had to accept a quest that was a quest to go gather in a location, and then it was just kind of awkward. It was like a clunky way round, just letting you go gather, so it seems like they've built a better system for that, so that's lovely. Random is a bit random? Does it literally just give you a random hunt and then accepts it and then go? Like, you could get the most basic hunt all the way to the end game Elder Dragons? I mean, that could be kind of fun to just keep doing them back to back to back and see what happens. Maybe it's a neat way if you're not sure what you want to hunt, you just know you want to hunt. But I feel like it's a low down the list of features we kind of needed. But hey, I'm not going to complain at it. Anyway, to rewind once more... Rampage quests, yes! We have our first new tiny slither of information regarding the Rampage, past what we know already, which is mostly just story flavor. So they are going to be their own unique quests. Now, this to me would imply that Rampage isn't just restricted to the fortress outside Kimura Village. Because if it was, then I feel like having a whole section for it is a bit weird. So being able to go on Rampage quests, and then maybe there is Rampage versions of existing quests, or maybe there is special Rampage versions of monsters that you can go hunt, or maybe it's just monsters keep spawning and spawning and spawning, like the old school Huntathons, where you could just kill as many as you wanted to kill in your 50 minutes, and then you would return with all the materials. I am not entirely sure, but it is lovely to know that it is its own type. Maybe it's like more of an endgame thing, like if Tempered Quest was its own section in Monster Hunter World and Iceborne. I mean, I guess it is in the form of investigations, but not all of them, of course, are for tempered monsters, so something akin to that. But at the very least, it has got a major place and is a major factor, which makes sense because they are really selling it majorly as the major plot point of the entirety of Rise. Major. So, that said then, Rampage Quest, all well and good. How does this tie back to the Purple Eye? Well, as I said, Rampage is maybe something that is afflicted to monsters. Maybe they are driven to rampage, almost like a monster with the frenzy virus would be driven to literally rampage. That's kind of like the whole point. Now, I'm not about to say they are equivalent. I really don't think that they are. But at the very least, it's hard for me to look at the fact that we are getting a Purple Eye icon return when the last and only time it was used was to do with the Frenzy Virus, which made monsters rampage, now in a game Rise about monsters literally going on a rampage in a 50-year event cycle known as the Rampage. It seems a little bit too perfect. But at the same time, I do think I know what is happening with the Purple Eye, or at least what is triggering it. Because after analysing it, well, it seems to always happen when the monster is fleeing to another zone, when it is zone changing. It happens with the Great Baggy earlier on, when it leaves the area. It seems like purple is simply the eye colour for, "Goodbye, I'm leaving now, please don't follow me and keep killing me," which is fair enough, but did that need its own little icon symbol? Yellow for neutral, red for enrage. It's helpful information, especially the enrage, as it triggers skills like agitator. But changing zones, it's useful information. It's nice to see that change to purple and be like, oh, okay, cool, the monster's off, even if it's not started the process yet. Like, for example, it flicks to red before they do their enrage roar, so it lets you know instantly, and that can be helpful. Hell, maybe there is new skills in Rise that activate when a monster is purple, when it is fleeing, when it is changing zones, like an agitator, but for the purple I'm leaving part of the hunt that you're on. But that still seems very small, right? And the thing that kind of makes me really, is the fact that the Purple Eye is not in the demo. If it was something as simple and basic as when the monster changes zones, the eye goes purple, why would it not be in the demo? Why would it have been hidden until now? There has to be more to it. Maybe this Somnicanth hunt is a Rampage hunt, but even then that wouldn't make too much sense because it seems like a very much normal hunt, and if this is Rampage, that's kind of anticlimactic, so I very much doubt that, but I feel like there is something deeper to the mystery of the Purple Eye. There really has to be. Unless it is simply a result of feedback from the demo that people were finding it hard to tell when the monster's leaving, so they threw this back in. But then why choose purple? Why not like a green or even white? Like, I surrender, we're back to white, I'm off. Like, purple is very deliberate because of the connotations with the frenzy virus from the past also giving you purple eye. Oh, look, there is a lot here. Or maybe there isn't a lot here, and I'm reading too much into it. But I would wager that this purple eye has a larger effect than just, well, telling you that the monster wants to leave zones. At least I hope so. Might just be UI updates, and I'm just being weird. In any case, I think it's being weird, and I would like to know your guys' thoughts on the matter too. But for now, like you've enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and I will see you soon. Please consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below. And yeah, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.